It is Thursday night, and you know what that means. What does that mean, J Mac?
That means it's time for Box Office Banter with us. That was awesome, wasn't it? That was really good.
Absolutely. We have been
Welcome to
looking forward
Box
this.
Office Banter with me, J Mac, and
It's me, Kev. So this week we have been viewing. Tell us what we've been viewing, J Mac.
we have been viewing many things, but one of the things we are here to talk about is the new Cruella movie because we were told to.
Aye, right.
Also, we really wanted to because it looked pretty decent. And guess what? We'll tell you what it was or not.
Aye, absolutely. So we went to Bathgate Cinema to see this.
We sure did.
Right, and it was brilliant. So if you guys want to go see it, head to www.bathgatecinema.co.uk where you can book your tickets to go see it, or go in, and when you're in there, have a look at the posters. There's a big variety of posters that you can go in and select, make a donation to a really worthwhile charity. There are many tickets still available for many different occasions. J-Mac, tell them.
Yeah, the Greatest Showman is coming up, and there's still plenty of tickets on sale for that. So, honestly, the Greatest Showman in the cinema is a great experience. So make sure you get your tickets for that. That is on the what, Kevin? What date is that one?
I like what you did there. What was that, Kevin? It was in my notes. That's not actually there. I'm going to go to the website. I like exactly what you did there. I thought you were doing that bit.
I'll give you time to find it while I just kind of address a slight issue I've got here, and it's the size of my face. I look like remember in Big Trouble in Little China, right at the end, where the guy was raging that his boss got killed and he just blew up. I was like,
yeah. So the Greatest Showman, you can watch that on Saturday, the 26th of June. There are two showings, so you can get it at 10:30 or you can get it at 8 o'clock. That will be a big one. There's also Michael Ball and Alfie Ball back together. You can get that Thursday, the 1st of July. That'll be pretty cool.
I'm a bit of a sucker for that stuff. I never admitted to my friends that I like that sort of stuff, but it's actually pretty good.
Well, go ahead and get tickets. Remember as well, Dirty Dancing on Friday the 16th of July and Saturday the 17th, both at 8 o'clock. Come along. I think there'll be a bit more extra going on there for you guys to enjoy. Yeah, how could we forget? There's another really cool event coming up, which for us will be brilliant because we'll be doing a live Q&A there. And without having to tell you about it, how about we just let you see.
Look at that handsome guy.
They can hear you.
I know, I unmuted it so I could say it.
Sons and daughters of Scotland, my name is William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Shut it! And today, I stand before you in defiance of the tyranny of the big chain cinemas. 31st of July in Bathgate Cinema. Come along to see Braveheart once again on the big screen. Stunning 4K. Some of you will buy tickets and you'll be there. And others won't, and you won't. But it will be bloody brilliant.
Here I come.
Hurry up! The tickets aren't too many!
That's right. And who knows, maybe one or two of the actors from the actual film itself will be in attendance. But that's why you've got to buy your tickets! So go now to www.bathgatecinema.co.uk and secure your tickets, or go into the cinema and book up. You don't want to miss it.
And we spared no expense on hiring extras, which you will see in 2 seconds.
I love a well shot ad. A well shot ad.
I honestly think that might have been the most fun I've ever had shooting anything. You should grow your hair out, by the way. I'd love to see that long hair at the sides.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was just.
I was William Willis.
That was a well-paid actor that just happens to look a little bit like me.
And by the way, just we need to kind of applaud the horse's performance as well.
That horse was we had to kind of get in character together for a bit. Ross says that this is on the big screen now before every film.
That's terrifying. My face is massive on a normal screen.
But yes, if you're looking to come and see this event, which will be amazing, 31st of July, make sure you get your tickets because they will go fast. I know it's still a bit away, but don't do that thing where you're like, there'll be time, because there won't.
I was speaking to a good friend of mine the other day. I told him about this and I sent him the ad, and he said it's actually one of the biggest regrets he's had in life was that he never actually seen Braveheart in the cinema, because when it came out he was old enough to do it because he's old.
Yeah,
he's
well, there you go.
He's 40, but he's definitely going to buy his tickets, aren't you, Lee?
Yeah. But as well, we are doing this with various cast members as well. So even if another date is added, you may miss your opportunity to speak to or meet anybody that was in that. Also, Dirty Dancing for the 17th has sold out, so you can really only buy tickets left now for the 16th. Again, Ross has been working hard behind the scenes to make sure that is something that you don't want to miss. So again, buy your tickets for that. And who could forget, darling, something that I will talk to you about a little bit when we talk about the Cruella movie, but Rocky Horror Picture Show is on for three nights running. I think there's one night sold out, which is the 30th, and you can still get your tickets for Friday the 29th of October and Sunday the 31st of October at 8 o'clock. Now, if you don't go to see Rocky Horror Picture Show in the cinema, what are you doing in your life? Like,
I've still never seen it, man. It's a film that never really appealed to me, but the fact that it's got such an amazing response, the fact that they've had to put on 2 extra nights, it must be good. It has to be good. So I might just buy a wee ticket myself.
But you have to. It's one of those things that I think if I'd have watched that now for the first time, I'd be like, I don't get it. But because it's been part of my life since I've grown up, my mum watched it. She had it on the old VHS and then getting taped off the telly and all that. All that stuff.
Get the tab off it.
Aye. Because of that, I've kind of grown up knowing all those songs and understanding it a lot better now, to the point where if anybody even so much as utters a sentence that sounds like that, I'm all over that straight up. I know every word and every line to it. So cool.
Anytime I see an image of Tim Curry in that movie, it reminds me of Freddie Mercury in the 70s.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's definitely got an element of that in it.
Dressed up as Frank J. Mack. Ross
I don't know who Frank is, so
Frank is Tim Curry.
I could commit to this right now and not know who you're talking about.
Freddie Mercury for the 70s.
All right, his name's Frank in it, right?
Well, it's Frankenfurter.
Oh, I wonder why.
But you know what? I think we should absolutely get you to dress up as Frankenfurter and do this.
I will 100% definitely not do that. I'm telling you right now.
Buy the costume, will you do it?
No, I wouldn't do it if you made the costume. You could make the costume and present it to me that night. I would still not do that. I don't have the legs for that costume. Have you seen my legs, man? I'm built like Pingu. You know? I've got this really big torso and I've got the legs of a duck. I'm like, I'm a bit like E.T. Remember the bit when E.T. got drunk and was stoating about the house? That's what I'm like.
Nice, man.
There's that big face again.
That's you on a Wednesday. I dressed up as Riff Raff once. I think I still have. It's like the bald cap to about here, and it has like the long Hogan blonde hair. And I had like a suit. I need to find some pictures for like a future episode to kind of show you guys. But I think if I was to play any character in that movie or on a stage show, it would absolutely be Riff Raff. I feel like he's my spirit animal. But so I mean, that if that wasn't like one hell of an ad for Rocky Horror, make you want to go get your tickets, you know.
I'm glad, put it this way, I'm glad we did the ad for Braveheart and not Rocky Horror.
Mate. Oh mate, if I find that bald cap, Ross, I'll give it to you. I mean, I've got a Ric Flair wig. I found it, J Mac.
Oh, did you find it?
I did.
I was only a week too late.
It was. But so, guys, book up and www.bathgatecinema. Make sure to also go to www.alohacinema.co.uk, where it's almost the same company, the same movies kind of shown. I don't think they're doing The Greatest Showman and stuff like that, but support your local cinema, all right, and make sure you get your tickets from bathgatecinema.co.uk or pop in. Like I says, the guys are friendly down there. Even if you want to just kind of pop in, grab a couple boxes of nachos and chat to Scott, big friendly guy, he'll keep you chatting for a while.
I can't shut that guy up. Like, anyway,
Which is rich coming for two podcasts.
Love you, Scott.
He's a gentle giant.
Also, let us not forget Chalmers Filmhouse in Arbroath.
Yeah,
which is also owned by the same guy. And I've had a look. I've never been. I'm actually going to go because my parents have recently purchased a caravan in Arbroath. So when I go up there, I'll be going to that cinema, and I'll be taking you with me, Kevin.
Oh, mate, absolutely. And we'll vlog it. We'll become some vloggers, darling.
No, because then we have to be tossers.
So that we're perfect for the part. So today we are going to be discussing Cruella. It's had some great responses, but before we get into it, I'm going to let you see a bit about the trailer. Make sure to get your tickets at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk or pop at the store, get your tickets to see Cruella.
From the very beginning, I realized I saw the world differently than everyone else. That didn't sit well with some people. But I wasn't for everyone. I guess they were always scared that I'd be a psycho. Sorry now. But a new day brings new opportunities. Sorry now. And I was ready to make a statement. How does the saying go? I am woman, hear me roar. I'm just getting started, darling. The thing is, I was born brilliant, born bad, and a little bit mad. I'm Cruella.
Do you know what's funny? See that bit right then, but she's like, "I'm Cruella." I've seen 1,000 girls look like that at the end of a night out in Bathgate.
I'm Brenda.
I'm Chantel. If you're watching Chantel, sorry.
For context, Cruella is one of the latest adaptations of Disney baddie. This seems to be it never really was a trend before to take the bad guy and make a really cool movie about them. But it seems to be a Disney thing. And you know what? I'm not against that. Can you imagine watching a Voldemort?
I think the thing about it is a lot of the time when you're watching any type of movie, whether it's Disney or a horror film or whatever, honestly, the most interesting character tends to be the villain. Most of the time, that's the. If you've got a bad villain, you've got a bad movie, right? If you've got,
mate, I've said this 100 million times on this show.
I know. I don't. I think I'm flogging a dead horse here. Don't tell William Willis. But yeah, I think there's definitely something to be tapped into here. I mean, they did it with Maleficent, which I think was pretty decent, and Cruella. I have to say, it didn't disappoint.
Aye.
Well, I don't know.
No. I've got things to say. I've got things to say about it, but right. So contextually, right, 101 Dalmatian. It's not like me, is it?
You'd be like context. Context. Right, today with this,
I'll take it for you. Contextuality of this is
You messed up the second time.
No, that's
Oh, you
that's
did
my
it
point.
deliberately.
Right.
I got
That's
you.
what I would have normally said, right? But I'm learning. So with the
in my
context,
face.
so 101 Dalmatians, the original Disney movie, had the bad girl in it. She a bad girl, Cruella, who hated Dalmatians and dogs and loved fashion, wanted to kill the dogs to use their coats as jackets. Jacket.
Want to use their coats as jackets. Whose coat is this? Whose coat is this jacket? She wanted to use their coats as a coat.
It's true. So we've always seen Cruella as this face. It's like a small-faced woman that smokes a big ass cigarette, and she was horrible.
Back when you could smoke in Disney films.
Yeah. So then we fast forward, and it's made into a live-action movie with Glenn Close as Cruella. I think it's even isn't it? What's his face from Dumb and Dumber?
It's Jeff Daniels.
I
went to see that,
and
in
Laura
the
Linney
cinema.
in it. Is it Laura Linney that plays the woman?
No. Although for the life of me, I can't remember who plays Anita. But I remember going to see that. I remember going to see that in the cinema when I was a kid. We actually we went to a different cinema. I'm not going to name it because respect. But we went to a different cinema, and I remember actually hating it. Like I just found it really boring, really dull. I've never been a fan of the live action 101 Dalmatians films up until now. Really?
Yeah. Well, technically. So this is basically the first time we've had anything new from that kind of 101 Dalmatians universe, which is cool. Now, here's for me what I feel, and I'm not going to jump ahead here, but I will say this. I feel like this movie didn't have to be about Cruella, and that I think maybe it could have been pitched to Disney, and they're like, cool, we like this. Can we buy it? Okay, we bought it. Right, see that main character? Who's sure? Cruella. I think the movie didn't have to be Cruella, and that, if anything, is a compliment, because it is good, and it isn't your, like, when you think, and this is my first initial reaction to Cruella, the movie, right? And I'm not a big Emma Stone fan, and that's nothing to do with her. That's a me thing. I find her in the same category as
it's you.
it's definitely me. Like, she's a good
breaking up with
actress.
her or something.
No, she's a good actress and all that, right?
Let you down gently, darling.
But for me, it's like she's in that same bucket as Kristen Stewart and stuff. There's just, when I see them, I don't go, oh, look, they're in it, let's watch it, you know. But she was really, really good in this. The cool thing though is I didn't really want to watch this movie, and only watched it because we were doing this. And because we were doing this, I'm kind of glad I watched it, right?
Yeah.
So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a good thing. You should always, you know, take a jump on something that you might not watch initially. I remember, for example, way back when when I first got a job, and I was like, wow, my own money, I can do what I want with. I used to go to the cinemas continuously on a loop, to the point I'd seen everything in the cinema. And then I was like, there's one thing I've not seen because I didn't fancy it. And it was Angels and Demons with Ewan McGregor in it and Tom Hanks. You know, the Da Vinci Code sequel.
Yeah.
Went in and thought it was unbelievable. And I was like, see, if I didn't have nothing else to watch, I would never watch this. And I'm kind of glad I didn't either. It's actually really, really good.
I've not seen it because I was really disappointed by the Da Vinci Code. Da Vinci Code is one of the 3 films that I've gone to see by myself.
Mate, I went to see Angels and Demons on mine.
Oh, you're joking?
No way, man. I did.
We have so much in common. We should start a podcast or something.
So, anyways, so that is basically the gist of Cruella. We're going to talk about it, but not give any spoilers. But I think this is one of those movies where we can talk about it and not spoil anything. So let's look at the cast. And by the way, did Emma Thompson not steal the show of that movie?
Just
Mate.
a wee bit. They could have called it the
Mate.
Baroness. In fact, I think to quote a proper movie critic, Mark Kermode, I think said the same thing. He basically said that they could have called this film the Baroness, but unfortunately, nobody would have known what it was linked to. So,
Mate, she was Cruella. She was what we remember as Cruella.
Yep. Right. Glad I stopped myself there. Emma Thompson she pretty much steals the show in anything she does now. I seen her a couple of years back in The Legend of Barney Thompson with Robert Carlyle and Stephen McCall.
Class movie. Remember we talked to him about her?
Yeah, we did. And he told us some stories about her, but she's playing, I mean, you know who Emma Thompson is. You know, she's a beautiful blonde comedian, essentially. She plays an old Glaswegian prostitute in that film. And she does it so well. Not that I've never known any. Just want to clear that one up.
All right.
But she plays that part really well, and she steals it whenever she's on screen with Robert Carlyle, who's a powerhouse man, and she steals every scene that she's in with him, and she pretty much does the same thing here. You love to hear. That's it.
Yeah, she is. She's incredible, and I remember watching it, going, "What?" She's like, if they gave us another movie with just the Baroness, no Cruella, I'd be like, right, class. Let's check this out. I think she is what a real bad guy should be like. All the qualities of a great bad person, right?
She gives zero frookies.
Zero frookies. Eric Smith says, no spoilers. Well, we've not given any spoilers. That's what we said. We were not going to give any spoilers.
Eric, you've just gave me a spoiler. I was just going to ask you if you'd ever met Nicola Sturgeon. Look, you've went and ruined it. Honestly, Eric, man, you've got one question in your mind to ask somebody, and they've got a photo of it right there.
I know. What's that? Double standards, Eric. He says her dad did the voices for the Magic Roundabout. Who? Sturgeon's dad or Thompson's dad?
I think the Sturgeon thing's taking this off track a wee bit, and I'm imagining it's probably Emma Thompson's dad, who was known as Mr. Thompson.
But mate, I think Emma Thompson is worth going to see it, even if you're not that big on Emma Stone, which I'm not, but I thought she was incredible in this. I thought she done really, really well. There is a few things, like obviously we know that this is an origin story, so we know that this is Emma Stone's character becoming Cruella. And one thing I'll say is you've got Emma Stone's character, and then just like that, you've got Cruella. I think they could have, at that part where she just went from Emma Stone's character to Cruella, there had to be a bit more between there, because it's just like, imagine I come up with an alter ego and my name is now the Jamaketh. And I'm like, I'm the Jamaketh now. There had to be more development there. And for a 2-hour movie, 2 and a bit hours, it's not like they didn't have time.
Speaking of, there had to be more development there. Jamaketh? I think there had to be more development there.
Jamaketh!
First of all, that's not your name.
I wanted to go to at least some IP that we both own.
Don't want another copyright strike.
I know. Eric Smith says she's a real star. Are we talking
really
about Nicola Sturgeon or Emma Watts?
Yes, and yes. This show holds no political opinions. Anyway, yeah, Emma Thompson, she's absolutely class. But again, going back to like Emma Stone, I'm a big fan of Emma Stone. I've liked her ever since Superbad.
Superbad.
Yeah. She's quite charismatic. She's almost she's almost like the girl next door, but just a step above. Do you know what I mean? Like she's in the she's in the 4 in the block, but 1 up. Do you know that mysterious one you never see?
Yeah.
But no, I've always been a big fan of hers. The film itself looks amazing. The cinematography is great. You feel like you're in the kind of 1960s and 70s London. I mean, I was never there, but I imagine it felt like that. but the costume design, everything in this film is beautiful. It really is. Moving on, Kevin.
And by the way, see, there's a character, and this is not a spoiler, but there is a character who is the guy that she works for in the shop. And I love characters like that. A lot of the characters in this movie are very over the top and very flamboyant. They're flamboyant and they're almost caricatures of real people rather than actual people, right?
Yeah.
And I even thought to myself when I was watching it, I thought, this is like Devil Wears Prada if it was written by Lemony Snicket.
That's bang on. In
right?
fact, I wrote down the exact same thing.
No, you didn't!
No,
No,
didn't.
you didn't! Oh, but it is though, right? It has that feel of that that Lemony Snicket's kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Also, Devil Wears Prada with the whole Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway thing. Which, by the way, when I very first watched Devil Wears Prada, I was sitting in my sister's house, and she put it on, I think, right? And I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then I'm like, what? And I really enjoyed it. So again, guys, don't judge what you've not seen, which kind of brings us to what we're going to be watching the next couple of weeks. And I'll quickly touch on that before we continue on with this review. For the next couple of weeks, we have already the schedule. You can see here that we will be reviewing Cruella tonight, and then on to The Father on Thursday. And then this one here, see this, In the Heights.
In the Heights.
Right. Not my bag at all, right? But I'm going in there with an open mind because I'll probably really enjoy it, and it'll be a good show then, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had to be convinced to watch. I had to be convinced to watch The Greatest Showman, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So, again, not a big fan of musicals at all, but some of them just hit you in the right place, and this one looks like it's got some guts about it. So, hopefully, and also The Father. I'm really looking forward to The Father.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be
I think
really fine.
The Father looks like I'm in the mood for a proper tearjerker, and I want something to make you cry, you stone-hearted git. And I think this might, from what I've heard.
Well, Ross says via Facebook, In the Heights is all rap, etc., and hip hop idea. You'll probably like it more than me. See, even Ross has that kind of. It kind of looks like.
No selling it. Still no selling it.
I'm not like
a rap and hip hop guy.
Nah, it looks like that Step Up meets Diversity kind of thing, right? But who knows? It could be the hit of the summer. Wait a minute. The summer's on its way. I was like, it's no winter. There's no winter.
Summer is here. The summer's here, but you kind of forget that it's here because this year has still been pants. Even though we were like, oh, can't wait to get 2020 over with. 2021 comes. Oh, can't wait to get 2021 over with. All of a sudden, 2 years later, and everybody's still like, this is crap. Anyway.
Eric says, would love to see Cinema Paradiso in Aloha. Ross is your guy. Ross, Eric would love to see Cinema Paradiso in Aloha. Hey, this is where you come to say what you'd like to see. Also, hit up Ross at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk, www.alohacinema.co.uk, and that's where you can make these kind of cool things happen.
That's www.alohacinema.co.uk. I had to go full 80s advert on that one there.
Good. So the Cruella movie for me was, I've got to say, guys, if you have not seen it and you're not planning on seeing it, see it. Like it's really that simple.
Yeah, I mean it's not one that I would have kind of went out of my way to see off my own back, just like Kevin was saying. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. So did my wife. So did my son. Everybody loved it. So yeah, highly recommend it. Also, the supporting cast is great. We've mentioned Emma Thompson already. You've got Mark Strong in there in a role that you wouldn't expect to see him in. You've also got Joel Fry. A lot of people know him from Yesterday and
Game of Thrones.
Probably, was he in Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Trolleyed, which was my personal favorite. And also the Paul Walter Hauser. So Joel Fry and Paul Walter Hauser, they play Horace and Jasper. Now, Paul Walter Hauser is a great actor, right? He was in, if you haven't seen it, it's on Sky Movies right now, Richard Jewell, directed by Clint Eastwood. Great film. He's playing the guy who was accused of planting the 1996 Atlanta Olympics bomb in the US, killed a few people. Nasty game. He was a security guard that night, and he was accused of planting the bomb when he didn't. Really, really good film.
I can give you the gist of that right now. Wasn't it me? It was. No, wasn't it?
Was it? No. Maybe we should look into this.
Eric says, "Okay, you've convinced me. Look at that. Another ticket sold for Cruella. That's the point in this show, guys. It's to give you guys. It's not just to get the cinema more ticket sales and have people realize that they've got something really beautiful sitting on their doorstep, but it's actually for you guys to realize, wait a minute, that actually might be worth a wee ticket sale. That actually might be worth the trip into the cinema, and it is. If you can see Cruella in the cinema, you should see it in the cinema. Don't sit and watch it at home like Disney Plus. Only chumps do that. Don't do that. Go and see it in the cinema, right? Because it's worth it.
Absolutely. And there's you made the comparison between the Lemony Snicket thing. Mine was when she becomes Cruella. The thing that was in the back of my mind was Catwoman in Batman Returns. There's a lot of that in there. If you watch it again, you'll see it. There's a lot of the Michelle Pfeiffer kind of attitude and the way she moves. It's quite snaky or catty.
I'm telling you right now, right? Anybody that watches this, I want you to come back to the Jibber Jabber page or contact us via the email jibberjabberscotland@gmail.com, right? And tell me if you agree with me. If you've seen it, tell us in the comments section. If you're going to see it, which you are, come back to us maybe on a future show and just tell me, right? The guy in the shop that is Cruella's, before she becomes Cruella, that is her boss, has definitely watched Rocky Horror Picture Show and taken Frankenfurter's bravado and is using that. Absolutely. I was like, mate, this guy is definitely Frankenfurter, the way he speaks, everything.
I don't get the reference.
Mate, he's like,
I found that guy really funny.
I loved him. Not now, darling.
In the back of his throat. I did find him really funny. Especially his cheesy kind of 70s hair and everything. No, he was great.
See, also, Ross agrees with me. Ross agrees with me. He says, haha, yeah, I see that. Absolutely. Mate, the way he's sitting in his cracker and he's like
out. But
cracks me up, man. He is so good.
Also, just one quick shout out is for this soundtrack. As soon as I seen this movie, I downloaded the soundtrack. It's fantastic. It's not one of these, like, it's not because it's a great new score. Like, you're not downloading the score for Jurassic Park or Raiders of the Lost Ark, something like that. It's just the music, the already existing music comes together so well in this film, and it builds the picture.
It's like a 70s. It's like a 70s mixtape. Do you know? I sat there. I went, no way. When I heard, I was like, Deep Purple. I've not heard them in anything for a long time. Deep Purple are one of my favorite bands ever, and Deep Purple are even featured on this soundtrack. But by the way, I do think the movie relies on the soundtrack a lot more than it should. I think it every next scene has some banger that you're like,
Sorry, what you like?
Thigh slapper.
Why are you chewing your face off?
Did they not do that?
Or was that a 1990s thigh slapper?
Well, if it came out in the 80s, right? Yeah, it's definitely it definitely, I think it had a few really good songs in there, it would have been cool. But I do think they overdo it a bit. Not that I'm complaining, because it's class here in some of these really cool songs. And the one that Florence and the Machine done is brilliant. It fits that movie absolutely. You don't think so?
You'll have to remind me what that is.
Did you not hear it? It's right at the end.
I will have heard it, but I don't know who Florence and the Machine are.
You said you downloaded the bloody soundtrack. Somebody's talking pants,
I've
man.
downloaded it. I've not listened to it yet.
Oh, man. Went straight out and downloaded it, man.
I would prove it to you, but I don't have my phone.
Went straight and downloaded it. Just haven't listened to it. Heather Dow says he reminded me of Spike from Buffy. I've met him in real life. He's actually Canadian and not English. But I don't think he was like Spike at all. But I get it. In fact, hey, this guy. There he is, man.
Look at that jawline, man. He's like Desperate Dan.
I know, I got a good jawline, don't I?
He's just been munching a cow pie. For anybody less than 50 years old, Desperate Dan was.
Ross says, have you heard the film's coming out in December? Going to be hard to decide what to put on. Maybe you should do a poll. Oh, absolutely.
Maybe
we'll need to check out what's going on in December. But
please tell me Top Gun's actually going to come out this year.
Oh, mate, that Halloween kills. But we'll get more on that.
I'd imagine that'll come out at Halloween and not December. But yeah.
Did that guy have blonde hair in the movie? The guy in the shop? No. I thought he had black hair.
Nah, Heather's thinking about the guy that runs the second-hand designer shop.
Right.
No, we're talking about the guy who ran the shop, the kind of Harrods style place, the Indian guy.
The guy that makes her clean.
Yeah.
Ross says September. So September for Top Gun?
I might just have to clear my entire calendar for September to make sure I can go see it. I want to be the first one. I want an exclusive screening, Ross. Exclusive.
We'll maybe put a wee event on it. Maybe get Tom Cruise through to Bathgate when we don't Tom Mack.
I tell you what, I've actually got his number. I'll text him
now. Sorry. So like it says, go and watch Cruella. Cruella is worth the ticket price. And then let us know what you thought. Come back, go into the comment section, or email us. In fact, leave a review on the Bathgate Cinema Facebook page. Make sure you're following the Bathgate Cinema Facebook page to see what's coming up. And remember, guys, this is your community cinema. If you want to watch something that you've never seen in the cinema before, all it is an email, a phone call. It can happen. The cinema are there for you through the lonely nights. So let's be there for them. We have a really cool segment coming up where it is called the Something-O-Meter, where this week J Mac is on the...
Welcome to this week's Something-O-Meter, where we measure, you guessed it, something.
I just love how precise this whole segment is.
Measure
I just
something.
noticed you were like Something-O-Meter. I was like, I'm getting to it, motherfucker.
I'd kind of forgot my vote.
You had, I hadn't.
Well, this week's
Something-O-Meter.
I don't know if you can tell, but it was me that did the voice for the wee bit as well. The Something-O-Meter this week is the fake accentometer from Cruella. Okay, now there's a few fake accents in here. You can normally always spot a fake accent, right? Now, what I would say, there are two distinguishable fake accents in this film. One of them is very, very good. The other one is very, very bad. But you can forgive it because the film's awesome. Very, very good. Emma Stone. Emma Stone's accent is pretty flawless. I'm always a bit of I've kind of got a real ear for detail, you could call it, when it comes to accents in films. And she does a stellar job at pulling off the London accent for this film. For those of you who don't know, she is not English. She is actually American. There you go. The bad accent award has to go to Paul Walter Hauser, who is quite reminiscent of Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. It was pretty naff, but it kind of added to the charm. So I'm not gonna take any points away for the film for that, because it made me remember Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins, and it just made me smile a wee bit. So again, it still doesn't lose any points. That's how good does something have to be that even when it's bad, it's still good. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for Cruella, 2 thumbs up for all the accents, all the nonsense. Go see it; it's great fun.
Hey, Eric Smith says, got to go, catch you next time. We will absolutely catch you next time, Eric, and thank you. And let us know how Cruella goes when you go to see it. Leave a review and all that.
El Nicola said, hey.
Heather Dow Heather Dow says, yeah, you could swear Emma Stone was English in this. Cracking job. Like I says, I'm not the biggest fan, but I can appreciate the work. She's a very talented actress and does an amazing job. And I probably should be a fan, just no yet. I think it was the whole Spider-Man thing. It just didn't do it for me.
That was the films, though. The Spider-Man films were snooshing.
Those ones, yeah, but we'll talk about that another time, man. So, ready or not, here I come.
Here we go.
True or false trivia. Okay, J-Mac, you ready this week?
I am.
Right, so true or false trivia. The round where I feed trivia to J-Mac. We do this, we switch every week. He'll do me next week and I'll do him the week after. And then sometimes his sister gets involved. No, I'm only kidding. So, J-Mac, can you solemnly swear on the hand of all movie gods that you did not look up any of this trivia?
I solemnly swear on the hand of the movie gods, I did not look up any trivia.
Right. I believe you. Okay. So
Good.
I'm gonna give you the first question, and you basically just respond true or false, whether or not you think this is true trivia or false trivia. We're gonna go for it. Costume designer Jenny Beavan.
True.
Right, let me get through this. Let me try. I would be the worst invigilator.
Can
you imagine me on a game show, man? So, costume designer Jenny Beavan, who Gillespie hired after seeing her work on Mad Max Fury Road, created 277 costumes for the principal cast, including 46 for Cruella. True or false?
I would say true.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer, Chris. Sorry,
wrong.
Damn it! Don't tell me it was 45 or something. You cheating prick.
It was 47.
That's ridiculous.
So that's one wrong. Yes, it was actually 47 dresses for Cruella, not 46.
So no, it wasn't Beavan, it was Beavan.
So
I have no trust in the rest of this round. But go on.
You got it wrong. Here we go, right?
Right. Wait till you see what I've got for you next week, biatch.
It's 47.
I'll just go true or false.
Here we go. Next one.
No question. Just true or false.
Emma Stone had to lose 4 pounds to fit in some of the obscure dresses given to her. I promise I won't pull a fast one again like last one.
All right, okay.
So it's not like, oh, 3 pounds, right? I'll pull none of that. That was just the first one to get me ahead, because usually you do well.
Well, I'm going to reference a little known film from the mid-90s called Phenomenon with John Travolta. I want to know, how much did she weigh before she had to lose the 4 pounds? Specifics, Bob.
Well, no, this is just true or false. So Emma Stone had to lose 4 pounds to fit in some of her obscure dresses worn in the movie.
False. She had to gain it.
Is it false or true?
False.
Correct. She didn't have to gain it. I just made that up completely. It's like there's like 100 dresses, man.
So that question has zero source material.
I was just like, mate, if you're going to be putting on, mate, I wanted to lose weight just to put that kilt on to play the Highlander. The best part of it was when I asked your sister for a shot at Ian's kilt, she was like, I'll wrap round you 10 times, right? And then I put it on and it wrap rounds me no time. And I go,
once. Just once. Yeah, it kind of makes you upset, doesn't it?
I'm like, she said it would wrap around me 10 times. It doesn't wrap around me once.
To be fair, it was kind of hanging on you.
Right,
You needed
so,
the horse to keep it up.
the horse, mate.
Wait, I thought that wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me. I was
Sounds-
just stunt double. So here's another true or false trivia for you. Glenn Close produced this movie. Bear in mind, Glenn Close is the original Cruella in the live action.
True.
Have you been looking up trivia?
No, but sometimes I look at credits.
Correct! Oh no, man.
Because it kind of stood out. It's like Glenn Close. You're like, oh, she was on.
Ian, it was Heather that said that, not me. She said that it would wrap around me 10 times. I actually said, doubt it. That's what I said. She can show you the texts. He looked so much like you, Kev. True. I get that a lot, mainly with Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. That was last week. Someone actually commented that.
Yeah, recently I've been getting fucking Hellboy, which is just lovely.
Class. So another of my amazing trivia. Horace Horace compares dog owners.
Did you? Was that not deliberate?
Mate, who spells Horace like that? Horace.
Everybody.
Hermione.
Hermione Grandgirl.
Horace compares dog owners looking like their dogs in the same way that Pongo does in 101 Dalmatians.
Horace.
Stop! Horace! Oh,
I'm going to get you done with
Kev.
harassment.
harass me! Harass me! He keeps harassing me! Oh, leave it. Let's go.
Sorry, have you ever seen that? Just before I answer the question, have you ever seen the clip for the classic Jeremy Kyle show, where the guy was like,
She had me done with harassment.
and Jeremy's like, why'd you do that? Say,
Well, I was harassing her.
fair enough.
So-
Right, so that is definitely true because my wife pointed it out to me.
Saint Mel. Correct.
Yeah, actually, I hadn't noticed it. It wasn't until she mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, the dogs that look like their owners. Those are referred to in American terminology as Bowsers,
Aye. Bowser.
or owners who look like their dogs are called Bowsers.
Bowser, eh? Bowser. Okay. Second last trivia here. Joel Fry's mother was actually in the film adaptation of 102 Dalmatians. Joel Fry actually plays. He plays. Oh, wrong page. Not getting any notes up. Joel Fry plays Jasper. So
Yeah.
Horace's wee pal.
Horace and Jasperos. Horace. You're never ever living that one down.
Never.
You watched the film, you know his name's fucking Horace.
Mate, I put so much trivia down. I just thought Horace was the surname of someone that was in the production. So I had Joel Fry's mother was actually in the film adaptation of 102 Dalmatians.
This is a complete shot in the dark. False.
You sure?
Yeah,
Last chance now.
false.
Correct. I don't even know if she was. I made that up completely.
You're good at making up questions. When I make up
Thanks,
questions, you just go, J Mac, you made that up.
I know.
You actually
So
make them semi-believable.
I think I'm winning so far. I think you've got more wrong than you've got right.
I think I've got more right than wrong. Heather, Clear this one up.
Leave Heather out of this. And the final one, this is the decider to tell whether you win or not, right?
No, this I've won.
The second Disney Live.
It's on the black ball, right? It's on the black ball.
The second Disney live action remake / spin-off after Mulan to be rated PG-13 by the MPA. Now this determines whether you win or not.
America. Yes, true.
Correct.
You're raging. I love it when he rages.
I should have kept the questions more like the first one.
What were harassing?
No, the first one.
Oh, the first 46 and 47. You cheating gimp.
You were wrong. How did you feel when I hit you there with the wee left-handed cheat of a question? Did you feel like this?
I did. Let me see if I can do that face again.
Brilliant. Oh man, so we're going to take this to
Never
question time
send
now.
Kevin anything in confidence.
I actually sent it to Ross and he was just like, thumbs up. I was like,
Right.
what's thumbs up about that?
Ross Gunning's standard response. So listen, mate, the world's coming to an end. It was nice knowing you.
It's like, no.
So listen, mate, I've just got Arnold Schwarzenegger to come to Bathgate Cinema. I hope you're still watching, man.
Yes, he is. So it's question time. To see out this show, we usually do question time, where if you've been watching along, and I know that, I mean, I can see across different platforms that there's people watching and they don't always chat to us in the comments. So we're going to run the Bathgate Cinema ad to give you a chance to put your questions in the comments. If there's any questions you'd like to ask us, bear in mind the guys from the cinema do also watch the show and check out all the comments. So if there's stuff you'd like to say to them, do so in our comment section right now, because we can maybe give you some answers right here and then. So enjoy this ad and we'll see you in 2.
It's been a tough year, but our doors are open as of the 21st of May. Bring your kids and book up for all this year's must-see movies. We have now opened a kids zone, so you don't have to worry about your children sitting still. Why not grab yourself a beverage, soft or alcoholic, some freshly prepared popcorn, hot dogs and snacks. Park behind the Cottage Cafe in Bathgate Engine Lane. Walk down the footpath to George Street where you will find us. You can't miss it. Book now online at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk to reserve your space.
Hey. So, yeah, go ahead, book your tickets in Bathgate Cinema. It's been a tough year, but they're back. So let's make sure that we support them just like they're there to support us. In the comment section, Ross says, some of us have work to do. Can't all sit and twiddle our thumbs now. J-Mac, that's definitely aimed at you. Just kidding. And Ian says Heather Dow.
Oh, I mean, how do we answer that? That's a tough one.
How do we answer that?
Questions galore tonight. We couldn't pick the best ones.
J-Mac, I think you actually had a question to me earlier. It was, how does the Kids Zone work in Bathgate Cinema? Do you just let your kids run about? Essentially, kinda. It's there to kind of, I was explained to me, you come in to watch a movie and you really didn't want to kind of have to sit and tell your kid to shut up the whole time. Just let them kind of kick about down the front. They don't mind there being mess there because it's the Kids Zone, which essentially works. Me, I'd probably still be like, hey, Put the belly down!
Down in front.
Mate, I can't go into the cinema and eat popcorn without getting the look. I'm like,
See, I can't eat anything without my wife saying, "You sound like a washing machine." It's just
what a comment, Biff. Yeah.
oh, do you not know about Biff?
Hmm?
That's Ian's nickname, man. Ian's nickname is Biff. It has been for so long.
Hello, Dow.
Think, McFly, think.
Nice. So the comment section's heaving, so we'll just kind of get in a couple of minutes, and if no one wants to chat to us about anything cinema related or movie related, we can kind of head. J Mac question: those farts sound watery. If you sharted, what's your choice of toilet paper?
Charmin.
Shartman.
Cushell.
Cushell. Where the hell are you waiting?
I'm still here. It's just,
What a question, Heather. Now.
Because there weren't a lot of questions, I thought I might just play the harmonica.
Oh no, mate, that'll kill people's ears. Oh no.
It's more pleasant than you think, eh?
Aye. This essentially has been the musical version. Mamma Mia night. There we go. So Ross says in the comments, Mamma Mia night. What do you think, everyone? I never watched that because like Cruella, almost for me, it was like, oh, I'm not going to go and watch that.
For me, I'm not a big fan of ABBA. So,
Mate, you can't be a big fan of ABBA, mate. Something wrong with you.
I think there might be, by the way. I think I need to have my eyes opened.
I love ABBA, but I don't know about Mamma Mia. It just seems to not me kind of thing to watch. But I definitely love ABBA. I would go to an ABBA tribute night, like Super Trooper. Super Troopers are fucking banger.
Oh dear God.
God dang it. Ross says that was actually pretty good. I mean,
will I do it again?
We should create Jibber Jabber music. I'm just saying.
Should we do it again?
No, I think that was enough. Heather Dow says no, not Mamma Mia. That's just one person's opinion. What does she say? Crapola? Hell's that?
It's an Italian way of saying crap. Yeah, she's not a big fan of the old Mamma Mia. Oh, Christmas night's been planned. Yeah,
Mate, the Grinch. The Grinch.
By the way, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Another
Santa
cool thing.
Claus the movie, dude. You put on Santa Claus the movie, and that place will be bursting like a sealed up foreskin.
Yeah. Also, you can dress up Big Scott as an elf. Can you imagine that?
The irony of that.
Another really cool thing that I'd like to do at the Basket Cinema is like the original Halloween and Halloween 2018. Maybe even get someone from the movie there. If we do it in October, it's very possible that can happen because a lot of the guys that were in the original movie are in the UK. So
I like that intense look that Kev get. That look you give when you know something might happen. You're like,
Ross says, no, we are doing Christmas nights on Saturdays in December. Tribute and buffet. You start reading the comments, J-Mac. You start reading them.
That's fine.
Tribute.
It says,
we all
no,
the buffet.
We are doing Christmas nights on Saturdays in December. A tribute and buffet. Look, it's not hard.
It's been a long day for me. I revert back to
I told you about my day. It's been a long day.
I revert back to Ross's earlier comment.
And all sit and twiddle our thumbs now.
Uh,
Did you just fart there, Jay? No, I did not. For a change, I didn't actually. Or blanked us. Like,
right. So it seems that no questions in the comment section are serious. So on that note, we will pretty much run down the end of this show now. It's been an absolute pleasure, as it is every Thursday. I love the end, especially where we kind of just put it out to you guys that are watching to kind of give a bit of banter. And the good thing is Ross and the guys at Cinema are in the comment section, so they can see what you're saying. So watch what you say. Now, like, just make sure that if you've got something to say it there. It'll be really cool because we can then respond in real time. Another really cool thing is this Sunday, the next time you'll see us will be on Jibber Jabber Podcast, and it is our 100th episode, which for us is brilliant because we were told in the beginning that it would never last a week and would never make a penny, and we've done more than that.
2 weeks and we made 2 pence.
Aye. So so it's going to be a big one for us. We've got a new theme song. We've got a new opening title screen. It's going to be amazing. So
also a special 100th episode hoodie.
That's right. If you guys want to win a hoodie that I've not got a picture of specifically right now, I'll put it up on social media.
It looks like it's
no,
a
actually,
one-off.
It looks cool. It's white and everything. But if you want to win a hoodie, keep an eye on our social media because we're going to be doing that. You can also see here that we have merchandise for sale at our jibberjabberstore.co.uk. If you want something, give us a shout. We also have some really cool, like, made up stuff coming soon. Really cool t-shirts that are like spoofs of actual movies. It's class.
Yes.
So
Beautiful.
yes, exactly. So you can catch us there on Sunday, and as always, next Thursday you will see us here. Pretty much 8:30 it will be next Thursday as normal. Just because J Mac had prior engagements, we had to kind of shift it along half an hour, which is near a big issue. It's actually been quite good. And next week we'll be back with The Father. I'm looking forward to The Father.
I think next week's still going to be 9 o'clock.
Next week you'll see us at the exact same time, Thursday at 9 o'clock. The Father. J Mac, you know a bit more about it. Give us a quick 1 minute rundown of what that's like.
It's not even going to be a minute. Simply put, it's the story of a father and daughter, and the father has basically he's got dementia and he's starting to forget who people are, but he wants to be independent. And there's a lot of things in there that people can relate to, and I think it's going to be.
Look at you greeting already. Just try to talk about it, man.
I mean, it's Anthony Hopkins. The guy never puts in a bad performance, and Olivia Colman is just endlessly talented. So it's going to be a cracker, I'm sure. So I look forward to actually coming to Bathgate Cinema to see that one.
And guys, buy your tickets. Come along to Bathgate Cinema. Watch The Father. You might even see us in that screening. If you do, come and say hi. Okay? Can I end
it like the Braveheart advert? So book your tickets.
Start from now. End it. Oh no, you need to end it properly.
How do I end it?
You just said you're going to end it like the Braveheart thing. That's not how the Braveheart one ends.
It ends with that face.
No, it doesn't. It ends with the sword in there. The sword's in the air.
The sword's on the wall. That's screwed in there. I'm not going. It takes very special circumstances for me to unscrew that, but I might well unscrew it for the Braveheart night at Bathgate Cinema. Get your tickets now at bathgatecinema.co.uk. Got it right.
And we will see you guys next week.